Nofap Monk Mode. Who is it best suited for? I'm Dr. Trish Leigh. Let me tell you. Okay, Dr. Trish, you always say find ways to regulate mood in a healthy way while you're building healthy sexuality is the strongest reboot mechanism for a porn brain reboot. But I heard you say do the dopamine detox. What's the deal? So I'm here to explain that. If you can unwire the hypersexual brain mode and simultaneously rewire your brain towards healthy mood regulation and healthy sexuality, that is a recipe for less amount of struggle and for a higher degree of success because you're training your brain to work in the healthy way while you get rid of the unhealthy way that you have trained it to work in the past. So what you're doing is, from a neural mechanism standpoint, is you know that you have this neural pathway over here that's been built, and it has delta phos-B, the transcription factor that acts like concrete, has cemented it over. We know that from the science, that there's concrete on it. But what we want to do is we want that concrete to crack and kind of go away as weeds grow up through this pathway because you're no longer using it. And at the same time, create a new pathway over here. Science shows if you don't use the old neural pathway and you stop firing it up, it'll die off. It may stay there like the concrete all weeded over, but it will die off and not be used. If you start using the new neural pathway and you consistently use this one and you never go back to that one. So if you can simultaneously stop using this pathway and start using this pathway, then you are in good shape. You're no longer going towards healthy hypersexuality. You're creating new healthy sexuality with your partner. You're having lovely, wonderful sex with connection, where your brains are tuned, your eyes are making eye contact, you have connection and intimacy, you have not only dopamine flowing, but serotonin for happiness and joy, oxytocin for connection. So if you're able to achieve that at the same time, go for it. You're able to stay off of Instagram or TikTok or Twitter. You're able to change those feeds and make them healthy. Fill them with motivation. Don't fill them with anything triggering. You're able to have the self-awareness, the discernment, the intention to be able to do that simultaneously. At the same time, you're getting some new mood regulation activities. You're working out, you're playing your instrument, you've joined a men's league in something, you have camaraderie, you're going on date nights with your partner, you're spending time with your family. That's all beautiful if you can get all that going at the same time. But if you can't, and this is what I hear from people, is why I made the video on dopamine detox. Some people say, I can't be with my partner on Saturday because then all I think about is sex. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I can't do it. I have to not be with my partner and just turn that sexuality off for a while. At the beginning stages of a porn brain reboot, it can be really powerful. At the same time, I talk to people that are like, every time I go on Instagram, I just end up looking at my friend's feed, who she's always dressed, half clothing and erotically. So then you can't go on Instagram. If you can't trust yourself right now, you cannot do that. You can't go on Twitter if you're always going back to somebody's page. You can't go on YouTube if you're filling it with a junkie, it's filled with junk that's going to trap you and trick you and trigger you. That's the dopamine detox. You have to say to your partner, I'm working on this thing and it's really hard for me to be with you and turn sexual thoughts off. I need 1 month to not have any sex. Dopamine detox. I need 1 month with no Instagram. I need 1 month with no video games, because video games are just giving me the same hit. I can feel it. It's giving me the disengagement from the world, and it's just me getting a little dopamine bath there. So when you create self-awareness and discernment, you start feeling, okay, I shouldn't be doing these things. I'm going to turn it all off for 30, 60, 90 days. Then I'm going to slowly turn it back on. So I'm going to hardcore turn this neural pathway off. And I'm going to work on starting to lay the foundation for this one by not having sex, by not going on social media, by working the recovery program and staying focused on that, then being able to do it. Okay, I hope that helps you out, because that dopamine detox, what it does is it's a washout period. It's just like if you had a drug addiction, just having a total washout period of not putting the drug into your system, so that then your system can recalibrate as quickly as possible. And yes, it might be more challenging and it might include some more struggle, but for some people, they can't do the halvesy thing. They just can't accomplish it because it keeps bringing them back to where they were. So they have to turn it off to be able to move forward. Hope it helps you out. If you're looking for help in this journey, please reach out to me at drtrishleigh.com. Go check out my programs. I have programs for Porn Brain Reboot in different shapes and sizes. And in the biggest program, you can add group coaching with me so I can support you in this. I can help you figure out when to turn it off completely and when to start turning it back on in a healthy way. I do it for people all the time. Okay, and remember, control your brain or it'll control you.